There's Boris said.
One of the ways you overtake here at Sebring is really good in the braking zone, like this one right here.
Both go around. There's the green. We are back and at it. Watch this. Oh, look out, Miller, look out.
Back here in New Jersey Motorsports Park, getting ready for the Formula Regional Americas. Bruno Ribeiro at the top of the point standings there, getting his first win of the season at Mid-Ohio. In fact, he took the checkers twice there out of the 3 races. Bruno looking to grab that $100,000 cash prize. Ben Sissel had a chance to catch up with Bruno earlier in the weekend.
Well, thank you. I'm down here with the Formula Regional Americas United States Championship current points leader, Bruno Ribeiro. And Bruno, no added pressure, but after the first practice session at NOLA, the start of the season, I told Ashley Ongst, our PR person, that that's my pick to win the championship. Here you are, a little bit more than midway through the season, first place. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I know it's a close championship. Everybody's running really close. But yeah, I'm super confident. I'm glad you picked me. But yeah, I'm very happy with the work the team's been doing and that I've been doing as well. So yeah, let's keep it like that.
And I know Kiwi Motorsport, they have a long history here at New Jersey Motorsport Park. And are you able to look and review videos from years past? When you come to a track like this that's so technical that you've never been to, are you able to look at years past and some data?
Yes, I try to look at the years previous. Kiwi makes us do that. They give us all the data from previous years, and we can take a look at that, and it really helps us, especially me, since I'm one of the only rookies here this year, so it really has been helping me, and yeah, we're improving.
Yeah, you haven't done the normal ladder, you know, to kind of start in JFC, to go to F4, to go to FR. I've only known you in FR, so what was your path in Brazil to get you to FR?
Brazil, I did a year of karting and some 1,600 races, but that's about it. My main focus was to race in the U.S. That was always the goal since I started my career. So yeah, that's what I've done in Brazil.
Is there a track on the calendar that you're super excited for, or that you were super excited to go to?
Yeah, the track I'm most excited to go to is Barber. I've been there before in an F4. And the track is really beautiful. I love the circuit and the way the track flows. For me, it's the best one. So, yeah, I'm really excited.
Nice. I was surprised to hear that after each one of our weekends, you go back to Brazil. You're not staying over here. You're going back and forth every weekend. That's got to be tiring.
Yeah, it's really tiring. We're looking to change that, though. Maybe in a few months I'll stay here. But, yeah, it's quite challenging, but it's also really fun to go back to Brazil and go home, stay with my family, and also race here in the U.S.
So super competitive championship is the FR championship. Lights go out here, race 1. What's your goal?
Well, my goal is always to win races. Try to not think about the championship too much, although that's the goal. But yeah, my main goal when I'm racing is just to win every race I'm on, independent of the situation. Yeah, just keep pushing.
Nice. I love that. A little bit of insight here from our points leader in the Formula Regional Americas United States champion, Bruno Ribeiro, doing really well with Kiwi Motorsport. Keep it up, Bruno.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nicholas Ambiato is second in the title fight. Jett Bowling, who was with us earlier today, sits back in third. And then Titus Sherlock. Let's go back to Ben.
Well, thank you very much, Ralph. I'm down here at the Formula Regional Americas United States Championship. And this championship, like we were talking about with Scott Goodyear earlier today, This is the last rung in our ladder, and the winner of this championship goes away with $100,000. I'm hearing right now from Scott Goodyear we're going 5 on the grid, and currently in 3rd place, but qualified P1 Jett Bowling here with his bullhorn, Texas Orthopedic Associates Helmick Farms car. He's currently 3rd in points, but still definitely in the hunt, really wanting that $100,000. Then right behind him is our current points leader, Bruno Ribeiro. We spoke to him earlier looking for that $100,000 with Kiwi Motorsport. But talking about Kiwi Motorsport, you never know what kind of motorsport legends you're going to see here. Bruno Ribeiro over here, I'm seeing him turn on the cameras. He's kind of the driver coach for a lot of these cars. How you feeling about your drivers in this FR Championship?
They're very good drivers. Anytime they have a little problem, I try to help them direct the right way. I'm just there as a wingman for them. So, but I'm very impressed with the way they all are very professional, and they dedicate themselves a lot. So just like we used to do in the past. Nice. But I'm Roberto Moreno, by the way.
Sorry, Bruno Ribeiro, Roberto Moreno. Yeah, I had to even go look at his hard card. It's like, my eyes deceiving you? But then I misspoke. I get a little starstruck, so you gotta let me have that a little bit. But you never know what kind of legends you're gonna have down here on the grid. Then start out the whole season was top of the leaderboard in the championship, but then it fell off, had some bad luck at Mid-Ohio, and unfortunately 2 years in a row. But running for the Ronald McDonald House with Crosslink, Titus Sherlock, very, very fast driver with the Rain Nutrition. Then we come back here, we've got Nicholas Ambiato doing very, very well, running 2nd right now, currently in the points. Not seeing a camera. Do we have a camera going at him? Okay, it looks like they're coming back here for a camera for the 5-5 car. Then Jake Pollack running with us, doing very, very well with Crosslink Motorsports. Trying to go through my notes here real quick. So he wants me to mention 4View Ventures and the NRP Group out of Ohio. And then the MTS Motorsport Technical School. Then we go back here. Brady Golan had a very good showing with us at Indianapolis Motor Speedway just a few weeks ago with Tony Driver Development in the number 80, Connor Roberts in the number 46. Very good driver, having a lot of fun in the series. We've seen him on the podium, so watch out for him. And then Barrett Wolfe, the car's back together, looking very good in that beautiful blue, the Make-A-Wish Southern Nevada. But Barrett Wolfe had a big off this weekend, just today, and I'm actually kind of surprised to see the car running. Let's talk to Gil. Gil, feel like you guys had to work overtime to get this car running. How was it for you? What all did you have to replace?
Almost the whole left side of the car. It was a challenge, but we got good guys in the garage there, and they got it back together, and we're hoping he's got a good run now.
Yeah, when I saw it come in on the hook, I thought, well, that's maybe the end of his day. Maybe we'll see him Sunday. But your team, they're fighters, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. This is what we get paid to do.
Nice. I love it. Well, Ralph, I'm going to send it back to you. Hopefully, Roberto Moreno got that camera in the car. I'm going to send it up to you because they're just about to release these cars.
No problem, Ben. Great to see Roberto Moreno here. Of course, Roberto, former Formula One driver, made over 70 starts in Formula One, got up on the podium there. He's a Formula 3000 champion, and of course had a very good career in the IndyCar Championship, and won a couple of races in Indy cars, as well as a great GT racer as well in his home country of Brazil. So great to see Roberto Moreno here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Car's getting ready to roll from the false grid, as it's known, and then out onto the racetrack. As we heard Max McCarron say earlier today, the racetrack here in New Jersey tends to change rather dramatically over the course of the day, and it has bitten pretty hard here in the last race. In our F4 event, saw a handful of cars getting off track, a couple sustaining, and now it looks like the car is being told to roll out onto the racetrack. They'll pull in behind that C8 Corvette pace car and bring themselves around. Formation lap now officially underway. Formula Regional Americas Championship. You heard Ben talking about it. Here, win this one, get a $100,000 check that you can do whatever you want with and go wherever you want with it. Whether you want to continue up the ladder or do something else. That $100,000 would be a huge boost to any racing budget. Jett Bowling in that 22. You see the 31, Titus Sherlock, Prosper, Texas driver. Good field of cars here in our Formula Regional Americas Championship. This is an FIA-sanctioned series, so there's other Formula Regional Championships around the world. Different countries, different continents. Formula Regional Americas, of course, covering North and South America. As you see our lineup here, Jett Bowling, Bruno Ribeiro on the front row, Titus Sherlock, Nicholas Ambiato, Jake Pollack, and Brady Golan next. Connor Roberts will be alongside of Barrett Wolfe, James Lawley, and Anthony Otello. Otello starting in 10th. Jett Bowling hailing out of Dallas, Texas. That bullhorn back Kiwi Motorsport entry. This is a standing start as well. Begin the day with a standing start, and we'll end the day with a standing start. The last of our 3 races here today. Live from the Jersey Motorsports Park on SpeedTour 1. See Bowling trying to heat up those tires as the drivers all pull into place.
Yeah, sorry, that's new for me too, man. All I see is mine is transmitting. It says I'm live. You try hitting the back, locking the back out as much as you can, maybe. It's about so much.
Looks like everybody's in the right slot, in their grid positions. See the folks on just outside the pit wall there making sure their drivers lined up properly. You hear the revs coming up, watching the lights to go out. And we are underway here in New Jersey. There they go, headed down towards turn number 1. Bowling in the 22, Ribeiro in the 01, fighting for the lead already. Give it to Bowling as they get through turn number 1. And joining us just in time for the start, coming out of his car, Kekai Hawanio. Great to have you with us, Kekai.
Your day been going?
Good so far, not as active as yours, but I'm enjoying watching all the racing here as we get this one underway. Kekai, we noticed in your race a lot of cars going off the racetrack. How much has this track changed?
Yeah, the track hasn't changed much. It's just the tire deg. Because a lot of the practice sessions we've had weren't like the full length of the race. So no one's really been able to do a full race run. And you haven't really seen how the tire falls off. And I think it's just a little bit of understeer through one, and you get high-sided on that curve, and you just go straight. So,
and no reason to suspect we won't see anything different here in our Formula Regional Americas race, because they're running the Hancooks as well.
Yeah, and their practice sessions are the same amount of time, so we'll see how they can handle the tire degradation.
Could be the story of this race as well as we come back around to complete lap number 1 with Jett Bowling out in front. Ribeiro has slipped all the way back to 4th. Ambiato and Sherlock in between the two of them. And it's Pollack, Roberts, Golan, Wolfe, Lawley, and Otiello. Is there a particular part of the racetrack where you're abusing the tires more than the rest?
Yeah, definitely through 1, 2, 3 section, because you're carrying a load of speed through 1 and then trying to carry it up through 2, and especially through the chicane. That's where you can gain a lot of time, so you're always trying to carry the most speed that you can through there, and it really works the tires if you get a little sideways. And the entry to the chicane, actually, a lot of people accidentally drop a wheel on the inside, which throws some dirt, and then people behind might slide, and that just ruins the tire even more.
The chicane would be 3A, B, and C.
Yep.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on that as we work our way through this one. Formula Regional Americas, round 12 of their 2025 championship. You see the 13 there, Wolfe. Barrett Wolfe out of Las Vegas, Nevada in a Crosslink Motorsports entry. He sits right now in 8th position. Back across the line and bowling 0.6 of a second out in front of Ambiato. Here comes the 5 car. That's Jake Pollack out of San Antonio, Texas. So 27 minutes to go. Still a lot of racing yet to do. So if you're Ambiato sitting there in 2nd, you don't want to let bowling pull too far away. But do you put a lot of pressure on right now, or are you just saving tires?
My personal opinion, I would just try and sit there and like sit in his mirror, so it makes him a little nervous, and hopefully that he's trying to push the car to get away. And as I said before, just uses the tire a lot and slowly falls off, so then at the end of the race that he is a little bit slower than how he would be in the beginning.
How much of an advantage will it be for the drivers who are part of the Crosslink or Kiwi Motorsports organizations who have cars competing in the other series that have already been on track and have notes now on the tire degradation compared to some of the single car teams or the smaller teams?
Yeah, it would definitely help knowing with like tire pressures and stuff like that, and just to see how like when the car starts to fall off and getting the feedback. But
from Cerati Yellow in the 07.
But how the schedule is today, where the races are back to back to back, it kind of makes it difficult for that, because as soon as I get out of the car, they're going on the track, so you can't really make much changes on that.
Yeah. One of the elevation sections of the racetrack here. No, it's 5 right there, headed over here to turn 6. Tricky corner there at 6, right?
Yeah, turn 6 is, I wouldn't say tricky, just you have to make sure that you keep the car underneath you and not create the weight transfer too much, because then you'll just get a little snap of oversteer. But just come off the gas, just at least in the Formula 4, just come off the gas just a little bit and get right back into the throttle.
Then through here, you're flat out all the way through 12 out onto the front straightaway.
Yeah, after you go, I like to call it the bowl corner, the long left. Yeah, you're just flat out from there all the way down to turn 1.
Which is down here. Now this turn 2. Bit of a rise as you head over to 3, and 3A, 3B, and 3C. There's Ribeiro, still holding on to 4th, points leader.
Looks like Bowling and Ambiato are pulling a small gap towards Sherlock. First couple minutes they were keeping the same gap, and now it looks like Titus is slowly falling off of the...
Yeah, he's back fair amount now. See how this impacts the championship. Again, they're fighting for a $100,000 check in your championship, as well as in the Ligier Junior Formula Championship. Win that title, you get an automatic ride the next year in the series above the one you're currently competing in. But here, Formula Regional Americas, they stroke you a check for $100,000, and you get to go put that money to whatever you want to do with your racing career.
Yeah, it's obviously because the F4, FR, like the organization doesn't have a step up from the FR, so they give you the check, and you can go to any type of race you want. If you want to go to sports cars or stay in the Formula Car Series and move up to something else.
If you you stayed in open wheels from here, it'd probably be on your way to Indy next.
Yeah, Indy, USF Pro 2000 or Indy next, going towards probably IndyCar, or if you are going towards this Formula One,
You're headed to Europe.
Yeah, headed to Europe to run Freca and or Formula 3 in Europe.
Well, Jett Bowling would like to have that opportunity to decide. He's 0.6 of a second in front of Ambiato right now. And Bowling came into the day third in the championship behind Ribeiro and Ambiato. So he could have a good day here in the points, and he'll have 2 more races here tomorrow.
And it looks like the gap is kind of staying the same. I mean, it seems like Ambiato gained a little bit and then Jett pulls it away, but it looks like he just gained 0.2 that last lap.
Yeah. Running a 1:13.9 pace, just inside of a minute 14. How do you think that's going to impact those tires? Is that a pace that should give them some tire left at the end, or are they already working them pretty hard?
I mean, if you can run the fast times without working the tire too much, that's the optimal idea of it. But if he's really pushing, yeah, the tire is going to start to fall off here, probably about halfway through the race. And when Ambiato gets close here, he's going to start to deal with a little bit of aero wash from the dirty air coming off the back of Bowling. Something I was dealing with in my race.
Ambiato took the win in race 2 earlier this year at Mid-Ohio. As the South American drivers of Ambiato and Ribeiro swept the weekend there. They're both racing for Kiwi Motorsports, fighting for that $100,000 check. Bowling, Ambiato, Sherlock, Ribeiro, and Pollack still your top 5. Roberts, Golan, Wolfe, Lawley, and Audiello behind them.
Yeah, Sherlock has definitely dropping off the pace of Ambiato and Bowling as of right now.
I believe that's Roberts there in the 46, red and black. Roberts sits in 6th position. Yep, that's him in car 46. Inside of 20 minutes to go here.
Ambiato's definitely getting close here.
Yeah, he's reeling him in, isn't he?
Their lap times are very similar, so he's not much quicker, but the draft is definitely helping him reel him in here.
Good look from our drone here. Pretty much running the same line, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the thing about this track is there's really only one line that is quick here, so you'll see pretty much everyone doing the same thing.
Bowling went a little wider on the entry there. Now they're flat out as they scream towards 12, then out underneath the bridge onto the front straightaway. Ambiato right there, just 0.3 of a second behind.
Definitely going to start dealing with some aero wash here.
He's looking inside. Here he comes. Ambiato completes the pass. Bowling drops back to 2nd place now.
Falls hard.
And Bowling locking it up a little bit, going into 5. Think that's tires going away?
I don't know. He might have an issue here.
Yeah, it looks like he's slowing a little bit. Sherlock gets around him easily, and Ribeiro will be next. And he blasts past. Boy, that's a huge blow for Jett Bowling, and a massive hit in the points for him today.
Yeah, unfortunate to see that. We're not sure what the issue is, but definitely if he's just slowing up like that, there's definitely something wrong.
Putting another lap in the books here. 17 and a half minutes left to go.
I don't see him coming around here, so he's probably coming.
No, he's made his way to pit lane, hasn't he? Ribeiro now up to 3rd. That's a podium spot, but he'd sure like to be on the top step. Right now it belongs to Nicholas Ambiato. And the Velux USA backed Kiwi Motorsports entry for the driver out of Santiago, Chile.
That moves the rest of the field up 1 position. Jake Pollack in 4th, like to see that.
Yeah.
Fellow Crosslink Motorsports driver.
Well, it's Kiwi leading here, but Crosslink sitting in 2nd with Sherlock, and Ribeiro, another one of the Kiwi drivers, in 3rd. And this battle's starting to heat up here. That's strictly not for position as Autiello quickly succumbs to the pressures of Ambiato, who blasts by. And now he'll keep an eye out in his rearview mirror, knowing the rest of the top group will be working their way past. Here comes Sherlock. He'll look to do the same. Ribeiro clears him as well.
Seems like the gap between Ribeiro and Sherlock has been staying the same.
One into the tires here. And I would think that would lead to a full course caution based on where that car is sitting.
Yep. That might help Jett Bowling out depending on his issue here in the pit lane. Maybe tag along back to the back of the field if he can get out here before the cars go by.
Yeah. $15 minutes left to go here, and we're going to a full course caution. Haven't gotten confirmation on which car that is that's over there.
It looked like, to me, Barrett Wolfe.
Barrett Wolfe in the 13. One of your Crosslink teammates.
Yep, and there's James Ollie there, and I don't see...
yeah, no
Wolfe.
Barrett behind it. Well, these curbs here are a little bit big, and if you get up on top of them, it'll send you skating off, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's a common crash that happens here a lot with the turn 1, turn 2 exit curbs, is especially with these very low formula cars. It gets up on the curb and bottoms out, and there's no saving it from there.
Well, there's Bowling making his way back out.
Maybe he just had a flat tire or something there.
Yeah, it could be. At this point, he'll try to gain as many points as he can. Any spot will help, right? All right, well, they take care of getting 13 off the racetrack. We'll take a quick break and come right back to New Jersey.
Rev up and Get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Hagerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, offer less than a set of race tires. Hagerty, let's drive together.
What does it mean to be built with Summit? It means you're hitting the autocross, drag strip, road course, trail, dirt, or open road with confidence. Because built with Summit means you're using parts from the top names in performance. Priced to make your project affordable. And it's all backed by trusted tech expertise and blazing fast shipping. Summit Racing Equipment. Let's build it together. SummitRacing.com.
And we are back here at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Ralph Shaheen, Kikai Hawanio, and Ben Sissel with you as we're working our way through the Formula Regional Americas Championship. There is a tore-up race car, the number 13 of Barrett Wolfe out of Vegas, and boy, he did a number on that one, didn't he?
Yeah, it's sad to see that one with the incident that he had in qualifying as well. Hopefully we can get that repaired and he can get back out there and get a good result tomorrow.
Barrett, one of those Crosslink race cars, the Make-A-Wish, Axiom Cyber Cool Inc. backed entry. It's going to be a bit of a late night for some of the Crosslink guys, huh?
Yeah, hopefully they can at least get out of here a decent time and not too late.
Not going to have to do too much for your car, just a little coat of wax maybe, clean it up a little bit.
Shine, maybe a little setup change here or there. But
what do you expect tomorrow? You have two races tomorrow. Do you think the track will change dramatically, one in the morning, one in the afternoon?
We'll definitely see because the temperature here has been all over the place. Like the first day, Thursday, it was super hot. The track temp was at one point up to 106 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just eating the tires away. But yesterday and today were a little bit cooler. It got a little warm today, but we'll see how tomorrow's temperature is, and hopefully it's on the cooler side.
Let's head down to the pit lane. Here's Ben.
Yeah, I'm down here with Kiwi Motorsport, doing very well, currently in P1. But my big question, Jett Bowling, started P1, running for the championship. What happened there?
Well, all of a sudden we just started to lose our brake pedal, and in the end he had to come in because he had none at all. We've quickly bled the fronts and got half the brakes back. It's just a fight for survival now for him.
So is there air in the system? Do you know what it is?
We just don't know enough yet. I mean, there was air that come out, but yeah, why? Don't know.
Yeah. That's always so frustrating as to the why, especially when you don't know. Sometimes there's a simple solution. But then Ambiato's doing very well, currently in P1. And then you've got Bruno, I think, in P3. So it's doing really well for you guys.
Yep, those boys are doing well. And they're just, 10 minutes to go, so anything can happen. But, yeah, for Jett, we just want to get them to the end.
Nice, yeah, because it's all about points here. So thank you so much, Kiwi Motorsport. Back to you guys in the booth.
Okay, Ben, yeah. Late afternoon sun. Is it in your eyes anywhere around this racetrack as the sun's going down?
Thankfully not. At least in my race where the sun was positioned, I didn't have any problems with the sun. Maybe now, a little bit later, a little bit lower, so they might be having some issues coming down the front straightaway, but as a race car driver, you learn to kind of look through it.
Yeah, you don't have much of a choice, do you?
Yeah, we don't have sunshades like a normal street car.
So you have 3 wins on the season, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Honestly, it's been a long season, so I think so.
Let's go with 3. That sounds good, right?
Yeah, we'll go with 3.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
Sounds better than 2. But a lot of that was early on in the season, and you've kind of been fighting to get back on the top step of the podium consistently.
Yeah, we've struggled with setup and little mistakes I've been making with overdriving the car, especially in Ohio. It was super hot, so the tires would fall off super quick. But seems like here we're all right. I just once I was leading the whole race there, and then once they passed me into one on the restart, I had loads of understeer with the aero wash being behind them, and just wasn't used to it. So the first 2 laps was just trying to hang on and not get used to it, and seeing how I had to change my driving compared to how I was out front. Yeah, but overall, I mean, it was a decent race there as long as we finished and got points.
Yeah, but this has been a good racetrack for you. Second in all 3 races here last year in the Ligier Junior Formula Championship Series.
Yeah, it was a good year last year. Lucky to come away with 3 P2s. Hopefully we can finish on the podium, at least on the podium tomorrow, if not win tomorrow as well.
All right, we're being told the safety car is coming in, and we will be going back to green.
I'll be out of stacking everybody up for this restart.
You like that idea?
Yeah, it's always good to make sure that everyone's front wing is in the gearbox of the car in front of you, just to
mess up the air.
Not only mess up the air, but just try and get them focused on something else besides Ambiato taking off, and see how his restart is here.
Pollack in that 5. We're going to get going. We go out onto the front straightaway. The green flag is waving at the flag stand. There you see it. And we're screaming, oh, one car going up and over the tires of another.
Looks like Titus Sherlock might have an issue here.
Yep, that might be who he went over. And you see Roberts was slowing as well.
That's Brady going.
That's going, yeah, Brady going. And full course caution out again.
I don't know if Sherlock was involved in that, though, because he was, when he came by the booth here, he was already in P3.
And with less than 5 minutes to go, and this going to full course caution, that might end up being the end of this.
Yeah, that might be the end of this, depending on how long it takes the safety team to clean up that. I mean, there's probably a lot of debris out here on the front straightaway. So.
Well, that's the problem with stacking everybody up, though, right?
I mean, yeah, it's hard to say, because once you get
or the challenge maybe is a better way of putting it.
Yeah, once you get 3 wide here on the front straightaway, it tends not to be great. There's Golan there in the 80.
Yep. Brady Golan out of Austin, Texas, at Tony Driver Development, tire backed entry.
Sucks to see that for him. He was having a good year, start of the year at NOLA with, I think, a race win, if I'm wrong.
And Brady is 4th in the championship. The only other driver to stand atop the box this season.
And there's the checkered flag.
And the checkered flag is out. as they come onto the front straightaway. That's going to bring this one to an end with Golan's car off to the right there. Checkered flag will wave, and Ambiato will take the win. Ribeiro gets second. Pollack will get third, and a great run for him. And Titus Sherlock will end up fourth. Lawley and Roberts rounding out sixth, and then Golan, Audiella, Bowling, a very disappointing ninth, and Wolfe back in 10th.
If I'm mistaken, that might be Pollack's first podium on the season.
I believe you're right. I believe you're right.
So a good result for him, at least.
It was a great run.
Some of the Crosslink Motorsports crew will be happy with that.
Yeah, Jake Pollack just has graduated from high school, 18 years old, getting his college courses at the University of Texas, San Antonio, and getting ready to transfer over to UT at Austin next year. Well, that's a big jump, huh?
Yep.
To wear all that burnt orange. There's a look at the results as we just read them off to Ambiato, Ribeiro, and Pollack will be up on the podium. And Ben is making his way over there. Well, Kai, thank you very much for coming by. What do you plan for tomorrow? How do you approach 2 races tomorrow?
Once I get out of here, I'll probably go back and speak to the engineer and watch some video, watch some data, see how we can improve the car, and just hope for a good result.
Well, we look forward to watching you throughout the rest of the season in a FR category or F4 category as you chase that championship and an opportunity to get into Formula Regional Americas. Thanks for coming by. I know you got to get back over there and get going, so we'll let you get away. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Kai Hawanio. And here come the field down pit lane. And they'll be pulling into Parc Fermé, and Ben will be there to grab a word with our winner in that 55. Nicholas Ambiato, the Kiwi Motorsports driver, the Velux USA backed entry, the driver out of Santiago, Chile. Winner here today in race 1 on the weekend at the New Jersey Motorsports Park. There's a big celebration as he crawls out of the car. Mo Murray from Ligier there. Same thing here with the Formula Regional Americas cars. All of them are Ligier chassis. All right, let's go down to Ben with the winner.
Well, Nicholas Ambiato here in winner's circle, P1, crazy race. I see him talking to the team. I'll let you take off your Hans device. So Nicholas put on this beautiful Ligier hat. Tell us about your race out there, because that was a little bit crazy. How was it for you?
Yeah, that was so crazy. Yeah, I started really start, and I had a little touch with Bruno, a race touch, but yeah, I go really fast. I use a new tires in 3 laps, but yeah, I'm very appreciative for results, and I need to thank for the team, my dad, my family, and my friends.
Nice. Now, we had a lot of Vamos Nicolas in the comment section, so say something to our Spanish-speaking friends.
Bueno, agradecer a todos los que me están apoyando en SpeedTour TV, en YouTube y en mis redes sociales. Todo eso, si no fuera por ustedes, no estaría haciendo esto y no sería posible. Así que muchas gracias a todos los chilenos que me apoyan.
Nice. Nicholas Ambiato with Kiwi Motorsport first. We're going to come over here and talk to Bruno Ribeiro. Bruno Ribeiro doing really well in the points, but I saw Bruno, it seemed like you were a little bit upset coming into second place. What happened out there for you?
Yeah, of course I'm a little bit upset with some attitudes from my teammate. You know, it's not correct what he did. He hit me to get by, so yeah, I'm a little bit upset, but it is what it is. I mean, we still got home in second, and yeah, I think we'll have a chat about it later.
Yeah, chat about it later, but still, to come in here at second, and you know, you're fighting for a championship, a very important championship. That's got to feel good.
I mean, it feels bittersweet. Doesn't feel necessarily good, in my opinion. Because there was so much luck out there, there was so much opportunity, and it just got taken away by somebody. So yeah, I'm a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Hey, but we as motorsport fans, we appreciate the honesty. So thank you, and we'll get them tomorrow, right? So Bruno Ribera, and then, ladies and gentlemen, Jake Pollack, first podium finish, best finish in FR America's United States Championship. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, restart was a bit messy, but we'll see what happens afterwards.
Well, tell us about your race.
Yeah, I mean, extremely tiring. A little bit of luck with the safety car coming out, but yeah, happy with the good result.
Nice. And we were speaking earlier today, you've got some new sponsors, not quite on the car, but let's thank the sponsors and get you out here racing with us some more.
Yeah, so I'd like to give a big thank you to 4View Ventures and the NRP group for letting me race this weekend. Thank you.
Nice. I love it. Well, Jake Pollack, congratulations. I'm going to hand it over to John Phippen so he can start winner's circle. But, Ralph, back to you in the booth real quick. Nice job, dude.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
In racing, every second counts. Communication isn't just important, it's everything. Established in 1996 in Daytona Beach, Florida, SpeedCom Communications was born from a passion for racing and a vision to revolutionize motorsports communication. Trusted by competitors across the world.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Hagerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, all for less than a set of race tires. Hagerty, let's drive together.
Good is this? Look at this view from Losowski.
It brings all my fans, it brings the audience into the car with me.
Speed turn, 140 mile an hour entry speeds.
The quickest and most efficient way for me to get information to my drivers is from using the V-Box HD2 system.
Back here in Jersey Motorsports Park, late afternoon, racing completed here for the day now. But we're going to head down to the podium here in just a minute to meet all three of our finishers here today in our Formula Regional Americas event. Let's head down there now. Here's John Frippen.
Thanks, Ralph. Appreciate the opportunity. Let's bring up our podium finishers for the final podium celebration on the day. It is my pleasure to introduce the driver for his first podium in the series. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Pollack from Crosslink Motorsport. Fantastic job, Jake.
Thank you. Thank you.
This was an eventful race. Lots of things going on. Of course, we had a yellow flag at the end. Unfortunately, it ended behind the safety car, which nobody likes to see. But you kept your nose clean and got yourself onto the podium. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, before, I mean, the safety car came out at the right time. You know, I was feeling it, a little bit of driver degradation. But, yeah, got pretty lucky. Messy restart, but can't do it without Crosslink Motorsport and my family. Thank you.
Yeah, your teammate Titus didn't fire off very well on the restart, which, gave you that opening, obviously.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, but I don't know. We'll see the video. I don't know if I passed him like before the line or what, but we'll look over it.
Anybody you'd like to thank for your first podium?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the NRP group, 4View Ventures, and Crosslink Motorsport.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jake Pollack, ladies and gentlemen, first-time podium finisher for Crosslink Motorsports. I'd like to introduce Nick Marandici from Ligier Automotive North America making our trophy presentations. Nick, thank you so much for doing that. Let's bring up our second-place finisher. He started the weekend as the points leader. He's going to be in second, but not by very much. Bruno Ribeiro, ladies and gentlemen. His 8th podium on the season to go along with 2 wins. Bruno, it wasn't the end of the race that you had hoped for, but hey, you're still right in the hunt for it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a good result for the team. Got hit by my teammate on the beginning, which was no fault of my own. Hurt my race from then on. I had to fell back to 4th and had to do some stuff to get in front of the cars, and I got lucky as well. So yeah, that's the good part. Bad part is got hit and it destroyed my race. So yeah, I'm very, very angry and unfortunate.
I understand that, and work it out. We've got 2 more races to go this weekend. Anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank all of Kiwi. I'd like to thank everybody on my team, my mechanic Thomas, and everybody who makes me go fast on the racetrack. So yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Second place finish for Bruno Ribeiro. Once again, Nick Marandici making the trophy presentation. As we said, 8 podiums on the season to go along with 2 wins for Bruno. Very much in the hunt. We're only in the second half, we've got the whole second half of the season yet to come. Let's bring up our winner. It's been an eventful race, but the man on top of the box, Nico Ambiato, ladies and gentlemen. Nico, congratulations. Your 4th win on the season. An eventful race for sure, but you were in front at the end.
Yeah, I had a really good start, and yeah, I had in the start race a little touch with Bruno, but yeah, I take a good depth with Jett, and the restart had the win. Yeah, I need to thanks for the Chilean people. He support me all my way for the race car way, but yeah, I need to thank for my family, the team Kiwi, my friends, and obviously the Chilean people.
We have lots of fans in South America. Anybody you'd like to thank in your native language?
Bueno, agradecer a todos los que han apoyado, a toda la gente chilena que han apoyado en YouTube, en Instagram, y si no fuera por ustedes no sería nada posible, así que bueno, agradecer primero a mi país, que lo amo mucho.
Congratulations.
Gracias.
Top step in the box, ladies and gentlemen, for Nico Ambiato from Kiwi Motorsport. His 4th win to go along with 5 other podiums on the season. Thanks again to Nick Marandici for making the podium presentations for us. All of our drivers with Ligier hats on them, as they should. As we thank Ligier for all the work they do, Mo Murray and his entire crew here this weekend. Let's bring up our second round of hats from Mountoon. Mountoon, of course, another one of our presenting sponsors that provides the power plants for these cars, keeping us with motive power for both this class as well as our Ligier Junior Formula Championship class. Thanks to Mountoon for all the work they do to make that possible. Trophies aloft one more time. Thank you. Another round of applause is certainly appreciated. And of course, we could not get by without thanking our friends from Hankook Tire, who provide the tires not only for this race series, but the other 2 race series in our championship, Ligier JSFC, as well as the F4 US Championship. Thanks to Danny Von Dongen and his crew from Hankook for all the hard work. Once again, trophies aloft. Another round of applause if you wish, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. All right, here's everybody's favorite part. for the celebration. Let's hear it for Jake Pollack for his first podium for Crosslink Motorsports. Bruno Ribeiro from Kiwi Motorsport in second. And your winner, Nico Ambiato, also for Kiwi Motorsports. Ralph, we'll send it back to you.
Okay, John, thank you very much. Nice job down there as our victory podium wraps up for Formula Regional Americas here. Rounds 12, 13, and 14 here this weekend for them. That was 12. They'll race rounds 13 and 14 tomorrow, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. We still have some more stuff for you to keep you going here this afternoon from New Jersey Motorsports Park, but we are going to step away for a quick commercial break, and we will be right back live here on Speed Sport 1.
And get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Welcome back. Glad to have you with us still here from New Jersey Motorsports Park. Sun setting off to the west. We're about an hour outside of Philadelphia here in Millville, New Jersey. Big water tower off the backside of the front straightaway here. And the activity is still going on in the paddock, and that's where Ben Sissel is.
You're good, Ben. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the winning car, Nicholas Ambiato, being pulled out. I was hearing, get a little shot of this, because I was hearing it's just water, but let me see. That has more than just water in it, I promise you that. So what's happening here is they're going to bring all the cars over to what's called Parc Fermé, and that means the cars come in here. That actually means close park in French. I heard that from our truck driver, Ron Rigdon, who speaks fluent French. They bring it over here. They're not allowed to touch the cars until they go through tech. So that's going to be quite unusual here for the drivers to come through before they go through tech. This is standard operating procedures for this, though. After the race, they go into Parc Fermé, into lockdown, then they bring them through tech, the top 5 cars, just to make sure there's no infractions. And we're going to come down here and talk to the drivers in Parc Fermé after a few interviews right here.
Well, Ben, you will do anything to get the story, won't you? Sacrificing everything.
I'll be over here.
Go ahead and taste whatever it was leaking out of the bottom of the car. That's commitment right there. There you can see from our drone where the tech inspection is. It's in that first open bay there to the left of the MPT sign. They roll through and out the other side. Here's a look at the 2025 event calendar. We've completed a lot of it already. NOLA, Mid-Ohio, Road America, New Jersey Motorsports Park, all in the books. Indianapolis as well. We will be going to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, then on to VIR, and we'll wrap up the championships. Formula Regional Americas, F4 United States Championship, and the Ligier Junior Formula Championship, all at Barber Motorsports Park down in Alabama in October. So still a fair amount of racing to go, considering there's 2 to 3 rounds at every single one of those events. Should make for some great title fights all the way to the end. Final checkered flags in Barber. Speaking of title championship fights, let's take a look at the Ligier Junior Formula Championship. Now, this was coming into today's race. Gaston Arazu, Champagne Racing, had the lead over Such. That has been extended here today. So Drew will be looking to get to the top step of the podium twice tomorrow and close that gap back up. Cut off, Felber, and Doss were all in the top 5 coming into the day. In F4, Shipman has extended his lead over Jaunillo. Popoff had a rough day. Campbell and Huerta, top 5 there. And finally, in the Formula Regional Americas Championship, Ribeiro was the leader over Ambiato. That's going to tighten up in a hurry, probably change. Bowling, a really rough day here. So he's probably going to slip back into the clutches of Titus Sherlock, and then Golan in 5th. But again, everybody has 2 races tomorrow, so anything can change before we leave here Sunday night. And we go back to Ben.
Go, Ben.
All right, so we are at Parc Fermé, which means all the cars have to come in here. They're not allowed to touch the cars or anything like that. The drivers are here. Jake Pollack just right out of the car. That's got to feel really good as they roll this thing into tech. And I know it's been a crazy weekend so far for Crosslink, and they gave you a nice machine there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, can't do it without them. Huge thanks to them.
Nice, yeah, and they you got to go through there and make sure that, I know that you got to get weighed and all that stuff. They go through all the tech stuff, but Crosslink, man, they really went through it. They had to do some major repairs on some of these cars. And then Titus Sherlock, how was your race out there?
Suboptimal, to say the least. From the very first lap, I was having alarms on my dash for the shift pressure, and throughout the whole race, I was losing the shifts, so I was falling back, and then on the restart, I got stuck in gear fully. And then the safety car kind of saved me, so I kept 4th. But, yeah, I mean, just the same sensors keep going bad, so it's unfortunate, but we still recovered a okay result in the end.
Well, is that some of the same problems you were having last round at Mid-Ohio, or is this something new?
It's about a 2-year problem now with the same thing, so it's just got to deal with it, I guess, and cross our fingers for the next one.
So when we're talking about, can you show everybody on the steering wheel what kind of alarms are going off? Are you able to disconnect that and show us what you're seeing in the car to let you know you're having some shift problems or anything like that? You don't have to turn the car on. I just want to see if you can disconnect the wheel. And what are you seeing there?
Well, it's not there right now, but these lights would be flashing red. This would be a red border, and it would tell me what the issue is, essentially, and then I can acknowledge it for it to go away, but when the issue persists, it comes right back. So that's what we would see.
And on a track like this, where you're constantly working, except for maybe this front straight, you know, it's hard for you to be driving competitively through a field and then having to press the buttons in the right order to get what you need to happen.
Right, yeah, it was pretty hard to focus, and plus you lose your shift lights as well, so you have to kind of go off of sound when we're usually kind of relying on that specific light, so it takes your mind off of it and just couldn't quite focus as I'd like to. But again, we got a bit fortunate with the safety car at the end to still get a somewhat decent result.
And that's when you're fighting for a championship this close for $100,000. Every little point counts, because Titus Sherlock Sherlock started out so strong and just had two unfortunate events. Well, actually, not this event so far, but just the race one. But James Lawley, how was your race out there?
I mean, got somewhat lucky myself with all the little bit of stuff that went on there, but I mean, that's kind of what it's all about sometimes, and you just got to keep going and kind of deal with all the situations that happen out there.
Nice. Yeah, that's exactly right. You just kind of have to deal with what's been thrown at you, and it seemed like this afternoon everything was thrown at everybody. Anthony Attiello out here. You scared Jansen away. I don't know what's going on, but how was your race?
It was a great race. P6 is the best finish we've had all year. It's definitely a money ball weekend, but super glad to it was nice and cool this afternoon, so a little bit easier to drive. It was great.
Now, you sound like you might be from around this area. Where are you from?
Well, originally from Rhode Island, but spent a lot of time in New York and in Boston as well, so the accent is a giveaway.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Well, Anthony Attiello, one of my favorite cars out here because it's kind of an homage to the Lotuses of like 10, 12 years ago in Formula One. Is that what you were going for?
Exactly. All the cars I have are the same way. And we also have Hope for the Warriors on here. I want to give a big shout out and thanks to Hope for the Warriors, get a little awareness for their foundation. And thank you for bringing awareness for the series.
Nice. And Attiello Construction. We can't forget about the sponsors, right?
That's right. That's right. The ones who pay the bills.
Nice. I love it. And 6th place, best finish so far. How cool is that? How cool is that? What in the world? Golan, what happened there at that last restart? I saw you go up in the air there for a little bit.
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I was going straight, and then I was looking at the sky. Kind of felt like Ricky Bobby, but not in a good way. Yeah, just flying.
Did it break the front suspension? I didn't see what happened after that.
I'm not really sure. The wheel was upside down, but I was going straight, and I had no steering, so yeah, I guess it would have broken the front left. The front wing was knocked, so no mames.
Yeah. Anytime that the steering wheel's upside down, but you're going straight, that's usually a bad sign. But you've got tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Let's try to. Oh, here we go, Connor. And I was noticing this when you got out. Are you the only one wearing knee pads out there? You know, because you're kind of a taller driver.
I'm too tall for the cockpit surround with the foam, so I have to wear knee pads because it's the only way that I can get in and out.
Nice. And I didn't even know OMP, one of our great marketing partners and sponsors, made knee pads for motorsports.
I got 2 sets. Yeah, because sometimes I had to wear them on the outside too in the F4 car because of my seating position.
Yeah.
But only the top here.
Yeah. Well, you're taller than I am, and I'm 6'3", so that's not the normal height for drivers.
Yeah, definitely not in the open wheel cars. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but you know we make it work, and I get comfortable.
So how was your race out there for round 1 here at NJMP?
It went good at the start, and then on that last restart, we got caught up. I think Titus had a shifter problem, and so he was stuck in 3rd gear on the restart. And, you know, just kind of didn't see him there with the 2 cars in front and braked to avoid him and then got hit in the back by Brady. It's just unfortunate for both of us to not finish.
Yeah, totally unfortunate. Well, sorry about that, Connor. But you were on the podium with us last year at CTMP, and, you know, that's our next round. But we've got tomorrow as well. You feeling good for that?
Yeah, I won here last year in F4 too, so I'm hoping to use some of that experience tomorrow and hopefully make the car better.
Nice. Which round did you win last year? Do you remember?
3.
Nice.
Race 3.
All right, so Sundays are good for Connor Roberts. I want to talk to Jett, but before we go to that, Anthony, I'm looking over my shoulder and I'm seeing this. Are you seeing that? Oh, yeah. Down there? Okay. Little James Bond spike coming out of the wing there. I like that. I like the competitive advantage there. Jett Bowling, I saw something I've never seen. I've never seen somebody come in and have to bleed the front brakes in the middle of the race. How was that?
Yeah, not something you want to do mid-race at all. So, yeah, just lost brakes leading the race with like halfway to go. So, pretty brutal day.
Did your pedal go all the way down to the floor? Did you know, was it air in the system? Did it just feel like you had no pressure?
It didn't go all the way down, so, you know, I'm lucky that it wasn't, you know, a big brake zone and I didn't run into any walls or damage the car or myself at all. So just slowly lost brake pressure, and then all of a sudden it did go all the way down, but it was in a slow corner, so I'm okay. Car's okay, so at the end of the day, it's not a horrible day.
Nice. And how long did it take them to, you know, they have to put the car up in the air, they have to take the 2 front wheels off to just get in there and see it? How long did that seem like it took forever?
Yeah, I mean, especially after coming out of the race lead, felt like an hour.
Yeah. Well, man, I am so sorry about that, but were you able to get any points from that at all?
Yeah, I think we were able to scrap up 9th, so 2 points. But, I mean, we had 25 in our pocket, so pretty horrible day.
Nice. I love it. Well, this is Parc Fermé. Everybody's kind of coming out to talk to everybody here. We've got the guys over here in the scooties. We were talking to you earlier, Furry, and you were like, you were saying that you barely made it out there to grid. So tell everybody what that was about.
Yeah, I mean, we had an incident in qualifying. It was a very small crash at the beginning until we took the car apart and we actually found that our engine mount had cracked in half. So unfortunately, we had to replace the whole entire engine. So shout out to the Kiwi guys for getting it done. I mean, they were throughout their lunch. I don't think they even ate lunch. So hopefully they have a good dinner tonight. And yeah, a big thank you to them.
Nice, yeah. Exactly. It takes... Some of these teams have really been thrashing, especially the Kiwi team and Crosslink. And thank you guys so much for coming out here. And then Shipman, how was your race? I know we talked a little bit, but how was your race out there? And then is it fun to kind of come and see that, you might be running this FR group next year?
Yeah, I gotta scout out the future competition. But yeah, no, it was a good race. Just kind of processing everything. Haven't gotten to take a look at any of the video yet. But yeah, for as chaotic as it was, definitely happy to come away with the 25 points and keep the championship lead.
Nice. Keeping the championship lead. You can see the last cars are coming through here. Coming through Tech here at the New Jersey Lottery Speed Tour at New Jersey Motorsports Park. Today was a little bit crazy. Thank you so much to Speed Sport 1 for broadcasting such a fantastic day with the Ligier JFC F4 and FR United States Championship. We will be back tomorrow on Speed Tour TV on YouTube. But Ralph, I'm going to send it back up to you in the booth so you can send us away on Speed Sport 1.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. It has been a fun day of racing here
wrap on me
at New Jersey Motorsports Park. There you see a motocross track off the backside of the front straightaway here as well. All sorts of different forms of racing that you can try out when you come here to New Jersey Motorsports Park in Millville, New Jersey. 2 racetracks. We've been racing all day today on the Thunder Circuit. There is another one known as Lightning as well. Go-kart tracks, the motocross track, axe throwing, all sorts of stuff. And as you saw during the races, plenty of condos where you can call New Jersey Motorsports Park your home if you so choose. Good look at the paddock from high atop here with our drone. And we will be back here tomorrow, racing kicking off at 8 a.m. We'll have a host of SVRA categories with our Sports Car Vintage Racing Association. And then the 3 open wheel divisions you saw here in action today will run twice tomorrow in the morning and then again in the afternoon to close out rounds 13 and 14 of their series. For Ben Sissel and a whole host of others who stopped by, Kekai Hawanio, Maximo Karam, Jett Bowling, I'm Ralph Shaheen. So long from New Jersey Motorsports Park on this Saturday night. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning to do it all over again. So long, everybody.
When you're running out of luck, need to get unstuck, so go off. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go off, go off.